Hello guys, welcome back. Today we're here at some Stark's Galaxy of Heroes. Today we'll be going over how Jo Casta is probably more optimal on this Revan lineup than she actually is on the Legendary Mace lineup. First off, going over the mechanic that we'll really be abusing today. It's in Jedi Archivist. It isn't here, but it's actually this single clause right here. Whenever she covers protection, gains 10% offense stacking for the rest of the encounter. Whenever an enemy gains foresight, dispel it, gains deflective ward, which adds to her survivability. And she recovers protection and gains 20% turn meter. More offense and more turns from turn meter. And I believe her Omnicron gave 100% counter chance, and she's immune to ability block. And whenever she is stunned, gain deflective ward, which make sure that she's got less heat taken on it. Now to go over why I believe she's actually very good on this team is, Jedi Knight Revan comes in with his leadership. Whenever an ally attacks our turn, they recover 20% of their protection, which protection recovery translates to offense for Jo Casta. The counter attacks from an Omnicron should boost her offense by 10% each time. And when we take into account that the team constantly has mass assists that they can do with, direct focus from Revan. Legendary Strategist is another way to call in Jo Casta for protection recovery. Kale comes in, he can constantly keep getting Revan turns, he can keep doing his assist. And once you get the insta kill off, you can just keep calling in Jo Casta, ramp more offense. Gls I has a ability he can call in Jo Casta, 10% offense each time. But the best unit on this team for Jo Casta is actually old Mace Windu, nicely enough. Because now, with this party's over, Galactic Republic Jedi, he swaps turn meter with actually Galactic Republic in general. But they also recover 30% protection if the enemy has Shadow Point, which is actually, 10% offense, and she's got to take a turn because of a turn meter swap. But also when we look at Sense Weakness, whenever an ally damages an enemy with Shadow Point, all allies recover 10% protections, Mace maximum of Shadow Point, 10% additional offense fed to Jo Casta new. And all Galactic Republic Jedi allies gain foresight for one turn. Jo Casta translates that to turn meter, as well as more offense, from protection recovery, as well as a deflective ward, so much more harder to kill, and this is pretty consistent with this team. But the best part actually for Jo Casta in this game is actually in Mace's territory with Omnicron. But at the start of each of the light side allies' turn, a random enemy, not excluding Galactic Legends, is infected with Speed Down and Shadow Point. Now what this essentially does is anytime an ally, as we remember, it's an enemy of Shadow Point, you got protection recovery, more offense for Jo Casta, and foresight, meaning that at the start of each of your unit's turns, if you hit an enemy of Shadow Point, Jo Casta is going to infinitely ramp, and she's going to gain constant deflective ward, making sure she's much more harder to kill. And then, when an ally damages an enemy of Shadow Point, all allies gain 5% turn meter, which, helps keep the team going. Just constantly ramps her up. But sure, she does lose access to the rifle, but after you get to 30, 40k offense, she's gonna hit like a truck anyway, so a rifle isn't really that necessary. And that will be all for today, so till next time.